Yes, sir. Cheers, fellas.
Yep. I have no alcohol, man. These allergies on my fucking neck today. I took this allergy medicine, so I'm chilling.
I got you. Yes, sir.
Say what? No, I'm not afraid of it, actually. Just telling you that I'm bothered by it.
It's okay, Rico.
I agree.
Are you bothered by a little pollen? Hey, in other words, he called you a little chump, man. He told you to suck that up and just get on here and record the show. That's basically what I heard just now.
Seems like that's what's happening, you know.
You're not wrong.
Okay. He said it seems like that's what's happening. I mean, you're here. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. This is All Safety, man. We back locked and loaded for another episode, man. We got a full clip to unload on y'all today, man, of topics that we want to discuss. One of our co-hosts is not going to be here this evening. Shout out to Take It That Trail, man. We'll catch him back on next week, man. Take It That Trail, man. It's your boy DJ Lenny Love. I'm in the building. Who else we got in here? Introduce yourself for the people out here watching and listening, man.
God is in the building as usual. Y'all already know what it is.
Nigga, God got a cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not very godly.
Remember, man was made in my image and in my likeness. I get colds. That's why y'all get colds.
It's okay, man.
It's just life.
I'm just saying. I just didn't know God was worried about a little pollen. It's okay.
Man, it's a fruit fly that got in this house, man. You know, it's getting warmer, so the insects are coming back, right? And there's a fly that got in here, and I cannot catch that motherfucker, man. It's getting on my goddamn nerves, man. But anyway, go ahead, Courtney.
It's your favorite bald-headed hoe that been saved by these streets. Ready to record without the sex symbol tonight, but we here.
All right, man. Listen, man, we're gonna go ahead and dive into the first topic. All right, man. The first topic is society taboos, man. So society taboos, where we're going with this, man, is let's start with the different generations that we've seen in our day and what it grew into. In the 80s, teen pregnancy and interracial marriage was taboo. And it just wasn't really the norm. In the 90s, being gay wasn't just like openly accepted like that. Like I said, I remember we said on some of the earlier shows, being gay was almost dangerous in the 90s. Like folks used to, hate crimes happen against them. Where we are now with us wanting to normalize everything out here, like what is going to be not so taboo that we have going on now, and it's just going to be another thing? Like what do you see today that moving forward is just going to be, okay, that's just normal? You know what I'm saying? Like let's go around the room. Courtney, where you at on this, man? How you feel about the taboos turning into everyday life for us?
Man, I mean, I understand that taboos have led to, let's just say, hate crime, discrimination, all these different things like this, and almost some level of intolerance from people in the sense of, social acceptance with basic things like interracial dating or homosexuality or things like that. But, man, like I said, when I look around, I'm just like, man, we accepted everything. Then is that a healthy situation, basically? And I honestly don't even know, man, because drug usage, open drug usage, I think the one thing that people haven't wrapped their mind around is, I think Rico always fight about this, is about drinking in the morning time. He says he's been to other countries, and we the only place that has a stigma when it comes to drinking in the morning, where you frown upon for doing so. But people are making it cool to date way, I won't even say way younger people, but because you remember they was on, who's that, Marquise Houston, that married somebody that's 22 and he's 40, and they said they've been dating for years before they actually got to the point where she was old enough to marry him. So they trying to call him a predator. So, man, I don't even know what society is going at this point. It just seems like a slippery slope, man.
I'll be honest with you, man. I really, when I read it, it was like, I we can see that. I don't know if teen pregnancy wasn't that wildly known back then, to be honest with you. I mean, we meet a bunch of people whose grandmother or their mother was only like, they had them when they was like 16, 17. A lot of that happened in the 80s and the 70s and shit like that. People was having babies young back then. So I'm not knocking what I just said here, but I'm just saying, like, some of that stuff was going on kind of rampant. I don't think it's happening any more than it did now. Any more now than what it did then. I don't know if it's being accepted more now. I think it is what it is, man. It's just like, it's one of those things that are bound to happen, and folks are just living with it, man. I think people are getting over it faster, if that makes sense. Does that make any sense to either one of y'all?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. But I even know from my own personal experience. I mean, I'm not gonna drop the person's name, but it's somebody that's close to me or in family, shall I say, was supposed to be the valedictorian for their class, and wasn't able to do so because she got pregnant in high school because it was so frowned upon at that time. Because now you see a girl pregnant in high school, you just like, oh, that's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen so much. It's been socially accepted. But back then, you know, I remember when we went to college, everybody was a virgin when they first got there, or so called, because that's what society told them that it was accepted. So if you tell me in the 80s song that it hasn't changed that much, I beg to differ, because like I said, I remember because it was a really big deal when this person got pregnant. And to me, that's not necessarily, it doesn't hold the same level of stigma as it does nowadays. But like I said, that's just the one thing with teen pregnancy. But like I said, I just don't know where society is going at this point. That what would be the taboo? Because trans is not a taboo.
I think, I don't know if we're gonna get there or not, but I know there is like a little underground cultist bullshit type movement to try to normalize pedophilia. You know what I'm saying? Like they have meetups and these different groups, and these white men, it's primarily white men. They really be going to these lawmakers and trying to get like laws passed, making that shit legalized and making the age for marriage and consent in like 10 years old and all this other kind of shit like that. So, you know, hopefully we won't get there in society, but you know, the way these crackers are, I wouldn't put it past them, man.
I feel like polygamy was going to be the next taboo that was going to go away. You know, so I think we've been seeing little droplets of it over a period of time, like sister wives and all those different things. And then they use concubines from other countries. But I think that's going to be the next wave, having multiple, polyandry, and polygamy or whatever the situation may be. But that's what I think is going to be the next thing.
That's beneficial for everybody.
Believe it or not, for me, I really think living a private life is going to be taboo in the future.
I think
like you're going to be looked at like you're crazy for not being on social media and all of this other type of stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. Like living a private life is going to be taboo. Not living a public life, not sharing everything about what you got going on, not being an open book, not oversharing your personal life. I think that's gonna be far few in between in about I'd say 10 years, man. Like we gonna be the old folks that still like to keep things private or certain conversations between people of the family. You know what I'm saying? Like I think by the end, man, every family issue is going to be public news for people to vote on. Like every issue within somebody's household is going to be put online. It's going to be probably live streamed, and everybody's going to be able to tune in and say, I think you should handle it this way. Like everything's going to be open to the public court, no matter what is going on in the household. You know what I'm saying? So I think just living privately or having some part of your life private. Like I post a lot of stuff online. I know I do. But there are certain things that I don't share. You know, sometimes I think we do overshare, and a person can really sit back and just pay attention to your social media and put a lot of shit together. They can put together where you live. They can put together when your birthday. They can put together where you from. They could do so that they can actually have a background and just know too much about you. Like if somebody, like say for instance, if I wanted to do fraud and I was like, hey man, do I have any questions like my hometown or nothing? I don't remember what questions I set up. Oh yeah, you do have, what is your hometown or your high school mascot? Oh yeah. It's this. Because I've seen him post about his high school mascot. I've seen him talk about his high school team or where he's from. I just think that people can really pay attention to know and get almost everything off you if you're an overshare. I just think everybody's going to be an open book in the next 10, 15 years, man. And you'll be able to know everything about everybody online. And I just think that's where it's headed right now because nobody wants to have privacy. Some of the shit these folks be sharing, it's too fucking much. Like certain stuff that they share, I'd be like, bro, there's no way in hell social media could have got me to post that shit, bro. At all. Like, there's no way.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, go ahead.
On to something. Like, to some extent, it already is a little whatever taboo. Like, I can't believe you don't post. You know how they try to troll you for what they call the people that just scroll Instagram and Twitter, but they don't really participate? I didn't know they had a term for them, but you're absolutely correct, man. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, that's pretty much where it's at when it comes to that. So, all right, man. Rico, how you feel about the taboos of today? What do you think would be going away in the next 10, maybe 15 years? What do you think will be?
I think racism is coming back strong. Like it's been taboo for a while for people to be racist and for white people to share how they feel. But Donald Trump ushered in this new wave of normalizing that shit, and it's all within the government. You people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and a couple of these people, like some bitch from Arizona, a couple dudes from Texas. All these people, they racist as fuck, and they real proud about it. They say whatever the fuck they want to say, and then it's gonna bolster these people in society to feel like they got carte blanche to do that shit too. And they starting to wear their little proud racist shirts and all this shit. And so, like, I think we get into a point of racism being normalized. And maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's not. I don't know. It don't seem like it's a good thing because I feel like it's going to be some fucking confrontation, some violent confrontation. But at the same time, if we all know where everybody's standing, then, it is what it is. It's good in that sense. But I think we're getting past the taboo of racism.
That's interesting because, side note, speaking of Donald Trump, one of the cats that stormed the Capitol on January 6th, they got a video released now where one of the Capitol police was escorting him around the building. And it was like two of them. And then he said that he came into close proximity with 8 different officers and none of them tried to arrest him. They actually I think he did a prayer on the Capitol floor, but whatever. So that was one thing that just happened, man. But yes, Donald Trump gave these racist people the confidence to take their mask off, if that makes sense. So, I kind of thank him for that, man. Now, I mean, it's not so hard to really point out the enemy now. Like we can actually point out and see, like, okay, he's not really for us, He's not really trying to do this thing like the right way. He's gonna be racist. Look, he's racist. He's showing me he's racist. He's showing me who he is. So I don't really have to guess whether or not this motherfucker is don't give a hell about me. You know what I'm saying? I kind of thank Donald Trump for letting these motherfuckers take their mask off, man. Like it ain't no surprise for the most part for the ones who are. They just overt with it. But yeah, man, like I said, man, I really feel that living a private life is going away. And that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? The way things are now, the way people beg you to share more stuff. Like, man, y'all should do this. Like, folks ask me and Tony, because we be joking a lot, doing jokes back and forth on social media. Oh, y'all so funny, man. Y'all should do, like, online reality show in y'all house.
I never seen y'all post that.
Show us what y'all do on
I never post that.
No, I'm saying, folks have asked that.
I know. I
just
never asked.
right
I'm doing
now.
our post. I never somebody asked that.
But no, we've had people ask us that, man. It's just like, no, I don't think we want to do that, man. But welcome in, Trail. Welcome in, Trigger Trail. Go ahead and we gotta welcome you to the party with some cheers. Welcome in. We thought you weren't gonna come. We had already told the people you weren't gonna make it today, so
Never. Ooh, never.
Did you really just come in? All right, man. We in here, man. Trail. So speaking on the topic, I know you just came in on the tail end of that, man. What do you think is rare right now that in the future is just gonna be common amongst all of us?
Oh man. Both y'all right. Privacy is gonna be even worse because you know what privacy is now with social media. So I just when they have a virtual reality machine that can put your entire body into some shit and like, you know what I'm saying? We got VR machines now, but they're gonna have some shit that actually, you know what I'm saying? So I think that privacy, I think that shit real. Racism, like Rico said, I think that's absolutely real. I mean, come the fuck on. All this shit going on, and then for you to even bring up the fact that the guy who had the horn thing on, who stormed the Capitol, was actually escorted to the fucking main room after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit, man. Like, you know, even though like you said, you know, we can identify them now. I think we could identify them back then, but now when you see people who supporting the Trumps and all this other extra shit, kind of, you know what I'm saying? You see like, oh damn, yeah, you really with them? Like, yeah, okay, I damn, I didn't know it like that. Okay, cool. And then you want to give a bullshit excuse? Well, you know, once again, I have a homegirl who actually told me one time Trump had done more for African Americans than Barack did. And the point that she made about it was just like, that ain't it. By no means. But
what was her point?
I would be lying to you if I told you I remember. I just remember that part. That because it bothered me at first, but then I wanted to hear why she said it. And this was some time back, and it was just kind of like, well, we're not gonna act like he's for the people. We ain't gonna act like he's for the culture now. Like you could throw some statistical facts, and that's one thing she did. She did do. She did throw some like statistical facts about this. I said, okay, you can have that, the statistical fact. But if you sitting here thinking that you as an African American ain't some nigga to him, then I don't feel like you have paid enough attention. So that was, you know, like I said, that was some time back, but it was just something that, you know, yeah, that racism coming back. There was something else I was talking about because I guess we wasn't recording, and I was making some points about. I literally just lost my train of thought to whatever we were talking about right before you say we weren't recording.
I know what I done lost it. So,
but yeah, I mean, I think I'll just piggyback off both of y'all with that. I just really was talking about something I thought was making some good points, but I fucking forgot what the fuck it was.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think of something else, man. Like what else do y'all think? Like,
hopefully, women's nipples will be normalized in the future, you know, and then they can just walk around with their shirts off too, and just be on Instagram with their shirts off and not get in trouble and everything like that, you know. So hopefully that'll work out.
So Rico's on Free the Nips. Free the Nips campaign.
I think it's gonna be normal, like because like
say,
I think it's gonna be monogamy. I think it's already leading towards that a little bit now.
Wow.
But I think monogamy is gonna be a taboo. For you to say you're just sleeping with one person. You would think so. I don't think the only thing that's going to counteract that is the church.
I don't even know if the church is going to fully counteract it. As many. It depends on what church it is. If the preacher has multiple hoes in the audience, he might be preaching for monogamy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna preach for his advantage.
What in the society is going on that makes you think monogamy is going to be?
I got a homegirl. She's been in this swinger community for a while, and she's saying this community is growing exponentially, and it's mainly the married people. It's not the single people out here that's joining in. Well, of course, swingers are for married people, but like it's not really the people
getting tired of each other's shit, and y'all trying to.
Nah, it ain't that. She said
I would be surprised, like if all of a sudden, like y'all on some what's that nigga name? Channing.
Channing Crowder.
Yeah, that nigga. I wouldn't be surprised. If I just get a message like, "Yo, Trail, yo, me and Tony think about swinging, bro. What you think?" Shit, send me videos of the females, cuz, but y'all do y'all thing. Let me.
But like she said, it most of them like it's people in relationships that come in there. She said for the most part, it's been more married couples that's joining this community that she's a part of. Man, so I can see where Courtney's coming from with that. You know what I'm saying? If she's saying it's growing exponentially, I'll take her word for it, and I can believe it.
I was about to say, between the birth of sex clubs has always been there, but like you said, the growth of those. But in addition to, my girl got a girlfriend and all this other stuff like this, it's always been these little ripples or things like that. But now I really just think that because even with women, I think women are liberal with their vaginas now because they're not worried about what society says or anything like that. So they're just like, yeah, I'll fuck your man and anybody else too. But so I just feel like at some point people already been sharing, and then they, you know what I'm saying? You remember how they used to try to shun you for cheating on your wife or cheating on your girlfriend, but now at this point that they don't even bat an eye for real. I think it's going to actually get to the point where it's going to be normal, that relationships are going to be way more open. And like, long as we have an understanding, I think that's going to be more of the norm than these monogamous relationships that's held to a standard that most of these people are already cheating anyway. So at this point, they have a better understanding of what they're doing. They just come. But
the man should be allowed to have should be allowed to have like a secondary pussy. Like that would help his woman out if she really think about it. Like if she really focus, think about like when y'all
explain the benefits of that, Trail.
Let me tell them why. First off, let's make sure your pH balance stay on point. You know what I'm saying? We worry about your health, your inside. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming inside you every day. You don't need that. You need, I'm not pulling out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking about your pH balance. I'm thinking like, ooh, you get a little soul sometimes, babe. Ooh, I'm so, I didn't, we men, we like to fuck all the time. You know what I'm saying? So so now you so now I can just go get her some pussy who I don't even give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? Come back, babe, you got that pussy, man, I killed that pussy, babe, give me kids, dinner ready. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So now we're thinking about your actual vagina and the pain that you going through. We don't want you going through no more pain. You know what I'm saying? We thinking.
So you're trying to give her a break.
You feel me?
Give her a break.
You know what I'm saying? Because you so.
Is it a double standard?
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
And then she might be the one tagging the girl in. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I ain't got.
And what if she look good and you like it now, babe? Like now you like it. See what I'm saying?
Hold up, but is it a double standard in this situation?
It is. It is.
Of course.
It is. It is. First off, ain't no nigga just turning down no pussy. Like we know, like everybody has been there. Oh, your period on, babe? I really need it. Oh, you don't feel like sucking dick neither? Oh, I'm just gonna get some head from over here. You know what I'm saying? I can just, go grab this pussy real quick and come right back. You wanted something to eat? I just bought you some food back. Everything is good. Let's talk about why this is. I'm just thinking about the women right now. I'm thinking about the ladies.
And if she ends up liking her, we have her come over and cook for both.
You feel me? What if she's a great cook?
It works out. You ain't feel like cooking.
What if she just said, "Now I want y'all to go on vacation and just give me 10 bands"? What? Now she babysitting the kids. Like, it's so many things that can benefit the woman of us making sure we taking care of business.
So, like I said, monogamous relationships are going to be few and in between, in my opinion. I remember this 20 years from now.
We got racism. We got privacy.
We had another. I just forgot what that was. I can't believe I forgot what that was. But
Yeah, man. Anyway, if it pop back up, you know what I'm saying, we'll come around back to it, man. But we're gonna shift the speed and go on to the next topic here. All right, the next topic, I'm going to play a video, man, from our dear friend, Mr. Kanye West. And we know we've had ups and downs with Kanye West over the last few years. And this is just yet another one. So apparently, his daughter dressed up as Ice Spice. Is that which one it was?
Yeah, that was Ice Spice.
All right, so she dressed up to look like Ice Spice. And you know, she did what little girls do. How old is North? Is she, what, 12?
She got up.
How old is she? I don't know.
There.
We don't know how old she is. Somebody Google it.
How old is she, Northwest?
What did it say?
10. 9.
10.
10
okay.
this year. She's 9.
All right, so she's 9 years old. She's gonna do what little girls do. Little girls are gonna dress up like the people that they see on TV, the stars they see on TV. Kanye wasn't with it. He's always been opposed to her being on social media and TikTok. So this is Kanye's response to what she said, to her posting that video today.
So when Kim, I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said, I'm not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so. And then when people say, oh, they're going to use this for you in court, I didn't have a say-so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody with in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with.
All right, so that's a little clip of what he said in response to, you know, I talked to Tony about it. Tony was like, yeah, I think Kim is fucking with him. You know, I think she's antagonizing him by letting her do exactly what he didn't approve of when he was in the house. It's almost like, oh, you ain't in the house no more. I'm going to let her do everything that you said she could do type situation. How do y'all, I mean, there was a conversation that was really dope that y'all had earlier when we brought this topic up in the group text. You know, the fellas got a group text. We do talk about a lot of this shit on a daily basis. So where did y'all stand on this situation with how Kanye feels about it versus, you know, the Kim's portion or just the kid doing the Ice Spice impersonation anyway?
So just picking up on some of the stuff he said, right? I'm gonna give him some credence. There's a lot of validity to a lot of the stuff that he was saying as far as how it relates to fathers not necessarily having to say so in the court systems being slanted towards the mother and all of that, right? And that's cool. And so, you know, he's saying that he has a say so, but in reality he doesn't. Like, I'm just keeping it a buck. And it ain't even on nothing petty. Just once you have to go through a divorce or you go through a situation where you're separated from the child and the mother retains primary custody or physical custody, you don't have a say-so. Like, no matter if you want to make it a moral issue now, you just say, I'm the father, so I should have a say-so. That may be true. I can give him that, but you don't. You don't have a say-so. And, you know, we all know, even when it comes to the other side of that, whatever I got going on in my household when the child is with me per the court agreements, the mom ain't got no say so. So if I want to record TikTok videos with the kid in my household and you don't in your household, then neither one of those things have anything to do with each other. I can't say shit and you can't say shit. And it just is what it is. So if Kim is okay with the baby being on TikTok, honestly, Kanye West is just going to have to get the fuck over it because he's actually causing himself a whole bunch of mental anguish and stress that he's never going to be able to do anything about unless he gets full custody of that child. And then even again, like I'm saying, even if he gets that, when the child is at Kim's house, she can still put her on TikTok. She has that right. Like,
true.
It just is what it is. As far as kids being on social media at that age and him, you know, I guess he's saying that they're going to be used by TikTok and used by Disney and all of this stuff like that. I don't know what that means, man. Like, just just keeping it a buck. How are they being used? You know, so I would need him to go a little bit farther into that to let me know exactly what he's upset about. And if he's upset that the baby's dressing up like Ice Spice, I mean, she just had on a wig, the same type of wig to make her hair look similar to Ice Spice. Like, she wasn't doing no twerking. She wasn't doing nothing outrageous from the video that I seen. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
she wasn't
imitates life.
skimpy clothing and nothing like that from what I saw.
So other than him just trying to have some control factor because he don't want his kids on social media, I didn't see anything to be offended by. And if it's just, oh, Kim is doing exactly what I told her not to do, it's a reason why y'all got divorced. Y'all obviously don't see eye to eye on a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just some things he's gonna have to get past. A lot of this is just his ego, if you ask me.
Now, one thing that I saw in the conversation earlier that I kind of like that you said, like you said that, like, dude, Kim's life is online. Kim's life, she made it big off a sex tape. She's got
reality
social
TV
media, reality TV shows. Like, what did you expect her to do with your kids, bro? When she had them, like her mama groomed them. She was gonna pass that shit down to your kids anyway. Like, what did he expect? Like, in my opinion, like what did you think she was just gonna all of a sudden stop, like, being in front of the camera, or being on TV, or posting a bunch of stuff, or letting her? You think she would not pass that on to her kids like she did? Like, for me, I'm like, dude, what did you expect? That's my opinion on that. It's like you said, you married her, you knew what she was before you got with her. It's like, dude, what did you expect? Like, she's gonna be on TikTok, she's gonna be on Instagram. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, you ain't no running from it, bro. Like, I don't know why. Like you said, he's causing himself mental anguish over some shit he ain't gonna be able to control. He definitely ain't gonna be able to control it outside the house. You know what I'm saying? So that. Now, what he said about the courts, he could go fight for full custody. He'll never get it, bro. Like, you ain't. Just calm down, save your coins, save your time, save your mental health, because you're not gonna get full custody of the kids, man. It's just not gonna happen. They got three? They had three of them together, didn't they?
They got like 4 kids or something. I don't even know, but they got a bunch of kids.
Yeah. But anyway, it's just not gonna happen, man. You ain't gonna get it, man. Trey, how you feel about the situation? See, y'all were the one going back and forth about it earlier.
I think what he's upset is, I guess, a representation of what Ice Spice may represent in the light of people. It's like this fine ass freaky girl who be twerking in that rap. So he may have some type of issue with that. Just because I get the freak pregnant don't mean I expect the freak not to be a good mother, and I'm not gonna stop trying to be a good father. I'm trying. Nah, straight the fuck up.
Like, y'all just gonna skip past that.
Straight the fuck up. Just because
I wasn't gonna skip past it because
I'm not even necessarily talking about Kim, and then didn't even mean to refer to Kim as the freak. I'm just using that for an example, because it's like Kim is on social media. Kim made a sex tape. Kim did all these things. You expect her not to pass that stuff on. What if North don't know that her mama made a sex tape? What if the only thing North knows is her mom is a social media influencer with a TV show? We know she gonna be on TV. We know she's gonna be on TV because she's on all these different shows, and they gonna show you things like that. They gonna start getting you paid at a young age. But it sounds like Kanye West is doing what Drake did. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I wasn't hiding my baby from the world. I was hiding the world from my baby. How the fuck you put it? He just wants to protect his child as long as possible, because it's gonna be so many different influences on social media and TikTok. And remember, you know, the wrong person can pull a video of her of North and put it on some type of commercial, do some type of thing like this. Kanye West is one of the highest generated people to watch look for on media and social media, all this other different shit, and not his child on that. Well, that's a gold mine. We can use this. We always got news to pull up on them to get him pissed off, to talk shit. I think that's where he's going with that, and he didn't want. I don't think he wants his child being so influenced by it. Now, once again, this, you know, your ex-wife is this social media queen, she's TV, all this other stuff. But like I said, I don't think that still negates that he's just trying to be a good father in that degree. You know, we know that nigga said and done some shit, but and you know, just like we say, he's not gonna get custody. You never know. You know, that's different kind of money. That's a different level. They both got it. But hell, she put the wrong video out there again. You know, the judge may say, like, okay, look, you're doing too much, let's take the child away. Whatever. He may be able to prove that, okay, look at this judge, social media influence, what my daughter's doing, all this different stuff that he can use, and then look at the background she has, Judge. Yeah, Judge, I know I'm married, I love the judge, but shit, I still expect you to treat our child as a child and let them grow and protect them from some of the things that may be going on in social media, in the media, things like that. Just like with LeBron, if I'm not mistaken, LeBron didn't let Bronny get a social media for until he turned to a certain age, because he wanted to protect him from all those different things. You finna have people coming at you saying stuff to you about this, doing this. Why? Because you're my child, and I want to protect you from that right now. I don't want you worrying about certain things right now. So, and let me see if I can teach you before you get to that age where you can make a decision to do it and be able to handle it, things like that. So I think that's where he's coming from. I don't think it's just as simple as, bro, what you tripping for? Nah, man, it sounds like he's trying to be a good dad. And you know, in that regard. So that's how I interpret it.
Come on, where you at on this situation, man?
I mean, being a good dad can be subjective, and it can also be controlling. What you may see as being a good dad can be a helicopter parent or somebody that's trying to control, or it could be somebody that's supportive, whatever the situation may be. But to piggyback on what Rico says, is they're divorced and they have a divorce decree, and I'm pretty sure some kind of Kim is the custodial parent in the situation, and they have that input in place. So he can't tell her what to do with the child, as long as it's not endangering the child in any kind of way. And I can understand from a parent where if your kid may be influenced by somebody that you don't think very highly of, whether it can be, I'm not going to throw anybody out there, but let's just say somebody that's super sexual like a Meg or Ice Spice or whoever the person may be. So you see an 8-year-old girl, you're gonna be like, man, you think she gonna pull her shorts up to where her butt cheeks hanging out and doing all that stuff like this, so you don't necessarily want to see all that. But I didn't like from the clip that I seen, I don't think that it was any way graphic or anything, because it's just like if when we
And it
grew up,
wouldn't. It wouldn't.
people had school drags, and you want to be like Pac and had the bandana on or something like that, because you idolize them. But at the same time, as a parent, you keep them somewhere grounded. But like I said, I just hate the fact that people bring up Kim past when it comes to her parenting, because I see if she did some shit as a trash ass parent and hold her to that standard. But Kim 15 years ago or whatever she did, or however she did become famous or something like that, you don't hold Jay-Z to the whole standard of him selling drugs. So at the
Yeah, I
same
do. I do. He's a hustler, baby. Keep going though.
So what I'm saying is, at the same time, judging where they are right now, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I personally think that Kris Jenner pimped her kids to some extent.
Yeah.
I genuinely think so.
So
But at the same time, I honestly just really think that it's just he want to control both households. That may be his standard for his household. He's trying to make it for everybody's household, and it don't work like that. But I can understand his concern to give him some level of validity, because he's not completely wrong. But that's a battle that he's not
And
going
that's
to win.
nothing that none of us can say. You know, we know his head. We don't know where his head at. So that's why, like, yeah, he could be just trying to control the situation. It could be like, fuck trying to be a good dad. It could be just like, look, I said she don't need to be doing this, and you getting da 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 da. And it's
I mean, that's how he
yeah.
started.
So he did a lot of those different things toward Kim over time, where it was like, yo, why you coming? Like all of a sudden, it's like, bro, you like coming to Kim and she just chilling. She just telling you to chill, but you doing all this extra shit. So yeah, I mean, I can see that too. I was just trying to give another point of view with it, because he's always been like that with North since she was a child. Like always talked about like, yo, I don't want her on social media. I don't want her doing these things. and that's why I say that was in the household. We know he seemed to be a controlling person. It just seemed like that was more so of me just trying to protect my child. It could have been, the way that you guys put it, you know what I mean? So I just don't, don't know. It is what it is. And Ice Spice shit.
So I think
it didn't have
Go.
nothing bad on. It's just the wig and the little outfit. And hell, now if she would have started twerking or something, that would have been like,
That's different. That changes things.
right. I was gonna say some shit. I don't even know what the fuck it is now.
All right. What I was about to say was when Courtney brought up like her parent. I wasn't talking about Kim's parenting when I said Kanye. Yeah, bro. What did you expect? Like, I'm not saying anything she did is a bad parent right now, letting her make a TikTok. My daughter got a TikTok. Now, she's had this TikTok revoked. Like, she's had it taken away because we didn't like what she was doing. But, like I said, man, like I said, basically, I wasn't talking about her parenting skills. I'm just talking about how Kim Kardashian lives her life, how she was brought into stardom, like the process that her mom took her through. Like, you don't think she's gonna try to groom her child to use her likeness to profit off it? I'm not saying nothing about no sex tape or nothing like that. Yeah, I'm not. No, it's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying, like, Kanye, you knew this. You knew that was gonna happen. Like, in so many instances, man. It is the family business for them. You knew that at some point she was gonna be on the on the fucking reality show. You knew she was gonna make appearances on her social media, if not her own. It was just bound to happen. It was just a matter of when. You can't stop that shit from happening, bro. You trying to stop a fucking avalanche with a picket fence. Like, that shit ain't finna happen. It's just not finna happen, man. I wasn't saying that Kim is gonna be like, hey, man, like her mama did, coached her through the sex tape and shit, making her go and re-record the sex tape because she ain't like it. I ain't saying that she gonna do that with North. What I'm saying is, like,
not skip over that since we talking about it. Like
your mom coached you up and it was
convinced,
trash.
like, that puss ain't really hitting on what it's like. I'm convinced. You just got two. It's to the point you got too many niggas. Like, nigga ain't.
This nigga.
I don't know. Y'all
But
and
wasn't impressed. Wasn't impressed. Nothing about it really made me like, ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Kim, you ain't just turned me into like this. Now, I still be my dick when I first saw it, but that ain't the point. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, that happened because it's just I was in that zone. I wanted to see Kim, whatever. But that ain't the point. It still wasn't like the best. I got some things from my past, my porn hubs and stuff. Like, I'm telling you, I got some good ones. That wasn't really busting. I just wanted to throw it out. I just wanted to throw it out there. I got some good ones, bro.
Real quick,
she could never do what Lacey do. Never. She could.
I wasn't making that comment based off of what you were saying. I was just saying that whenever anybody referenced Kim at any point of morality for her or any decisions, they always reference a sex tape. And I understand that that's how we were introduced to her. And all of a sudden, I'm just saying, like, I'm just going to judge her as a parent in this situation. You know what I mean? I could judge her fame and how she got to her fame, but if I'm just, like, basing it off of just her parent. But yeah, I wasn't basing it off, just society and how they grow.
I got you. I was just trying to make it clear. I wasn't trying to say that she was a bad parent because of the sex tape. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Plenty of us that recorded some shit that we were like, all right, bro, we don't need this to get out in the public. So it's, shit happened to her. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different, for their situation. Plus, I'm not a millionaire anyway, so I'm not. I don't have this ain't the family business for the Thompsons. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm leave that to the two sex symbols we got on the show, man. When y'all gonna?
Hey, then your sex tape leak? How much is it selling for?
That shit gonna go wood. Triple wood, nigga. I sold 17 of them bitches.
I like that hoe. That hoe going triple wood. Pause.
That shit going triple wood, bro. Ain't nobody trying to. Nigga, who the fuck is Lenny? Like, everybody.
But that Lenny shit went hardwood though. It went hardwood.
That's about it.
But 17 people bought it. So who are these 17
These
people?
17 people.
Hell no. 17 people got that motherfucker, man. But
He was on
shit,
that
it
hoe with
is what it
Aaron
is,
Timmons,
man.
though, for real.
Hey, you know, them 17 women are the same ones that were trying to holler at him when he crossed.
Well, according to him,
I see what you
those
did.
17 women were trying to holler at him before he crossed.
And they all had good credit. Every last one of them. He checked. He checked. When he got
You
the number,
goddamn
that
right.
was the first phone conversation. He couldn't continue without finding that out.
Boy, yeah.
On that note, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, man. We'll be right back in a few seconds, man. We got a commercial break. Y'all go ahead and put some more liquor in your cups. We got a few more. It's all safety. It is the All Safety Podcast. We're back for the second half of the show. And yeah, man, we got some more bullets in the clip we need to let loose with y'all today, man. Let's go on to the next topic here. All right, so this next topic, man, is a woman. She had a theory or a hypothesis that men should not be with a woman that they like more than the woman likes them. The reason why this should not happen is because the woman will always take advantage of that man that likes her more in this particular relationship. Is that correct? Is that the way we wording it on this trail? Trail, you're on mute.
My fault. Yeah, that's basically what it was. I mean, it's just something actually kind of just growing up. What I saw, it just, that's why I kind of just struck a nerve for me when I saw. I was just like, man, them females used to be like that for real. Like if you really like them, if you just in that whole little puppet dog love, they get to the point where they get comfortable. You know, they start looking at themselves like they all and everything. You don't really mean that much, you know, as what you used to. It's a whole bunch of little things they may start fucking off because they just, you know, this thing that they already kind of overcame, goddamn, like it's just little shit. Like I said, I seen kind of growing up. That's why I said it kind of struck a nerve for me. But yeah, like especially if you were just like a nice guy. Like I was always a nice guy, and I just, you know, they would, if I just, you know, did all this extra shit, you know what I'm saying, just trying to show how much I liked them. You know, you get comfortable. Once again, not appreciative. You want to take advantage. And I seen it from a personal experience. So yeah, that's why I say it struck a nerve for me. I'm still hurt by how these women did me. That's why I always try to tell y'all niggas. That's why I try to tell y'all niggas, we the victims, man. We the victims.
We the victims.
We the victims. WDV forever. We the victims. Shit.
So yes, I feel like I don't know, man. I want to say every dude has probably been through this, but they probably haven't. They probably haven't, man. But I mean, I can say it's happened for me.
Nah,
We never got
to
to a point.
Young age. I like to say that. I was just like a little playful little nigga. Like I was simple shit. But see, I ain't even like I ain't do a lot of, like I was scared kind of too a little bit. My folks, I would come from a 2-parent home. So my folks just always looked perfect to me. I didn't get older to find out they had their problems like all people do. So shit, like I'm thinking I'm supposed to be able to give girls some flowers in middle school and shit. Like I was just on all that little shit. So and you not down here in Mobile, cause like you really grown when you get to middle school. Ask Courtney, you really like you really. I told my partners in middle school, niggas was sold drugs, bro. They had guns, they had all. Like I was just like, yo, this shit was crazy.
Hey, you think about it, you on a whole nother side. You went to Hillsdale. I went to Maynes.
Cause
So I remember telling somebody, I guarantee you my middle school is harder than most high schools, and I know it's 10 times harder than my high school. And I seen a hell of a lot more in my middle school than I did in my high school. I feel you on that.
Bro, when I tell you, I lost my virginity in the 6th grade. It wasn't really because of peer pressure, like peer pressure. What it was is you as a little boy, you start getting to the point where you really like. I always like women, but it just at the point you really start to notice. Oh, they got curves as titties. They look good. It's like you noticing that as you know. And so I just remember. I still remember one of my partners came to class, and the girl was in class. We all chilling. They just started talking about how they went to fucking. Like, you remember how I did you? And then she was like, "Yeah, I remember." And I was like, "Ooh, fucking sound fun." Like, fucking sound like it'll be good. Like,
That nigga said, "Ooh,
He said
fucking sound
sound
like
fun.
fun."
fucking sound like it.
Now that's funny.
Fucking sound like fun. Fucking sound like it. We can really like it'll feel great. Like, I think it's gonna feel great. So that's not why I say that, bro. But you know, I don't mind being who I am, my nigga. Like, try me down though. Big game, big talk, big nigga. What you want to do now though? I remember everybody used to pick on me too.
That nigga sound like Michael B. Jordan on the red carpet.
Hey, Michael B2. Call me Michael B2. I ain't got none of you niggas that said y'all gonna kill me and y'all had that pistol and I saw it and I was just like, bro, these niggas really gonna kill me. But yeah.
I've seen in situations once the girl got the upper hand. Oh, bro, they gonna take advantage of it and milk it for everything it's worth, bro.
Straight.
Unless the girl got a heart and just don't want to do it to that nigga. But for the most part, I haven't seen the girl who has the heart who don't want to do it to him. I haven't seen that too many times. I want to say that maybe like 12% of the time, if I had to pick a number. But for the most part, that dude is head over heels for this girl. He love her dirty draws. He'll drink her bath water, bro. Oh my God, it's. She probably talking to him crazy. She probably getting away with murder. She probably ain't fucking with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? While he's taking care of everything, man. I don't know, man. I kind of agree with the statement. Like when I first read it, it didn't make sense to me. But now that we break it down, watch some of the clip, then yeah, I could definitely see this happening for the most part.
So to me, the situations that y'all are describing, it almost sounds like it ain't a situation where the man likes her more as much as it is that she don't like him at all. Like, cause you know what I'm saying? Like she's more so just using the nigga is what I'm picking up on a little bit from what y'all are saying. You know what I'm saying? Because like, first off, it's like thin lines. It's a thin line between how much I like you versus how much you like me. And so like, we would have to figure out how we figuring that out. Who likes who more or whatever.
That's not even a conversation you really have though. Like, you just don't really. I like.
No, I'm not. That's exactly my point. I'm saying you don't have that conversation. So how are we to judge how much she like him versus how much he like her, and who likes who more on that if they actually are kicking it together, spending time, or whatever the case may be? You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know how we judge this, other than
you can judge it.
just
I don't think it's some sense to it. You know, it's a difference between just like being an all out like just dumbass. Like, you know, if a girl don't like you at all, it's just nigga, you don't get no.
How do you pronounce it?
Not if she's using you. You might not know.
But no, but that's my point. I mean, I'm talking from a standpoint where we know the girl gotta like him, some, and maybe just as the time passed, he just developed even more like to love and whatever. And she still like him, but now as time goes on, he likes her this much, and I only like you a little bit. Care about your feelings, but whatever with you for real, whatever it may be. So that's why I say I think it's just a standpoint from talking from now. I mean, I get it if if a person just don't like you at all. I think you see those tendencies. You see that, you know what I mean? But that's why I feel that way anyway. So
to me, it sounds like immaturity, man. I mean, like I said, I don't know what age we're discussing with these people, but at some point, I've heard women say, "Oh man, he's such a great dude, but he's so nice," or he liked me, or something like that. And to me, I think that's conditioning. You so used to niggas treating you bad that once you get that, you take advantage of the situation. Like if somebody go to, like if they not used to getting something, and then you give them an open bar, they overdrink in that whole situation because they're not used to being able to drink whenever they want what they want at the same time because they're not used to handling that to some extent. So only time like to me, like I said, I think it's some level of immaturity, or like I said, or conditioning based on their past. That whenever they do win in a situation, they can't see it as a win because they've been conditioned to say, "Oh, I don't want the nice guy, or I don't want the dude that like me." Also, they like a challenge to some extent. Because I'll be honest with you, the situations where I think I put my best foot forward, or the situation, in my opinion, that motherfucker took my kindness as a weakness. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, you got to get wind of those situations, and then nip that shit in the bud, or you gonna be one of those niggas that she talking about with her friend. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, it's some level of immaturity of whenever you know somebody like you, or they like you a little bit more, and you take advantage of the situation, or you take them for granted, or you know when you know you have the power position in the situation, and you start manipulate. Oh, go and get this for me. Go and do all this shit like that because you know that person to do it, just because they fuck with you or because they like you like that, and you may think they're weak in that situation. They're not. They just really fuck with you like that. But like I said, I think people are used to taking advantage of a situation because they're not used to being treated the way that they deserve to be.
I got a friend right now, man. I talked to her literally like 2 hours ago, and she said, "Lenny," I said, "What's up, man? What you got going?" And she's like, "Well, I'm out having drinks with so and so." And she pulled to the side. She's like, "Lenny, I know I said I wanted to be in a relationship. I wanted to be married and be out the market, but I don't know how to be a likable person just based on how niggas have done me in the past." She said the niggas that really like me, like I think it's too good because everything in the past has happened that way to her, and they took the mask off. It's like, gotcha, bitch. So she's actually like, I'm really trying. I don't know how to just be soft. I don't know how to just be a woman, even though I want to be loved. She like, I don't know how to really take the veil down and just be all the way and be treated the way I should be treated. And she literally just said that today. So when you just said that, it just rung a bell in my head about, you know what I'm saying, like some of them don't know how they should be treated. But I don't know if that's well in her situation.
Sound like she been hurt though. Sound like she been hurt. She used to be soft.
She's been hurt, but she's been hurt before, yes. But now it's kind of like when the dude shows her that I'm all for you. Like these dudes are showing they all for you.
She's scared to go all in.
No, I'm saying they doing all this for you. She takes advantage of the situation, but she don't fully open up. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll take the perks of being liked like this by this dude that's willing to give us everything. So it's kind of like it's kind of alluding to the same thing, man. She's gonna take what she can get right now from it, but she's.
But the thing is, she don't see that it's an investment. It's either two ways of an investment. It's a dude that's trying to put his best foot forward in order to invest in our future, or he's trying to invest in that ass. But either way it go, he's putting some forward. And I guess she just don't know how to decipher. Is he's trying to invest, like just because the dude willing to buy you something and get your hair done, all that stuff doesn't mean that he's investing in his future with you. He may just be doing those things because he know that's what you like, and that's going to be easier for him to get to what he want to get out of the situation or control the situation however he may. Or it can be a situation where he's like, listen, I see a future for us, and I know these things make you happy. So, let me take that burden off you for today. You know what I'm saying? I'll do this thing to make you feel good. And she may not know how to receive it because she's received it on both ends before. But at the same time, I can't tell you how to decipher the shit, but it's a bunch of ways that you can decipher what the situation may be.
Yeah. I said just
Rico, where you at, man? I thought Rico was saying something earlier and got cut off. My bad, Trey.
Oh no!
If I was, I don't remember what it was.
Because you're not real.
Go ahead, Trey.
No. I was just reiterating. I was just saying, when you made your point about your homegirl, it sounded like initially what you were saying is that she, initially she's hurt, but she's scared to open up. That don't mean she's not gonna take advantage of a dude, but she's still scared to open up. So because she take advantage of the situation, it is what it is. But she sounded like she was scared to open up because of what she's been through in the past. When she did open up, she's been hurt. So she's just not that quick to do it, moving forward. And, for whatever reason, she can't get back to being able to open up. So some dude has to pull that extra about her for her to finally open up. And that happens a lot with women. So,
But the thing what I don't like about that situation is just because you have been hurt or whatever situation, I understand you've been guarded, but you don't have to
take advantage,
reciprocate that situation to the next situation, because basically you just hurt somebody else because you've been hurt. You see what I'm saying? Like with me personally, like if I go through a bad situation with somebody, I'm gonna give you a blank canvas. I'm not going to hold you to the standard of another man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at that same situation, so okay, I've been through this situation, so I'm going to this next situation, guard it and do all this other stuff and receive this, knowing that this is not where I'm at. You ain't gonna do nothing but, and then now the dude's sour. So now he like, oh, well, yeah, shit, I did all these things to try to show her love, and then that cycle continues. So it's just like they always, I mean, it's cliche, but they say hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
Now you say you're going with this clean slate. If you see the same one, would you take heed to him? Even though you gave
take heed to
a clean slate.
Yeah, but you don't.
I'm saying though, like it's a warning sign from the last relationship. Okay, the last relationship, I saw this happen, which led to this demise. But this one is like I'm seeing the same thing happen, but it could be just, it could be different. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be slow to react.
Okay.
You just take a mental note. Like I do that with dudes on a regular basis. Like you take a mental note and say, okay, this, and then but don't jump out there because it may read this to you. I mean, you may perceive it as this, but it may not be that. So it's just one of them things where you just, like I said, you take a mental note of that situation, but kind of heighten your awareness and then move on it if it seemed to be more smoke there in that situation, and take yourself out of the line of fire. But at the same time, you don't, just because you see something don't mean you react. If anything, you peep game, and then you kind of distance yourself a little bit. But I get what you're saying, but I really genuinely do that. It's a clean slate because I genuinely don't believe in holding one person to another person's standard, because you ain't did shit to me.
I think male or female, if you've going through a hurt with your counterparts, when you may not be as quick to open up to that next person, and you may take advantage of them, want to take you out to eat. You may take advantage of them, want to give you some pussy. You may take advantage of them, buying you stuff on the regular. You still ain't open up to them. You kind of like them, and you taking advantage of them. I mean, I don't think I'm necessarily just trying to say that you're going to be like that next person. You're going to be like that person, or those people who hurt me. But maybe it's just I don't want to find out because I've been hurt.
I think that's a lack of emotional maturity.
Okay.
And I that's one of the biggest things that I look at in adults is are you emotionally mature in that whole situation, is in the sense of like, okay, yeah, we all been through some shit like that.
Right.
But just because you went through this situation with this person, you're going to do this to this person just based on that. What the fuck they do to you? So now you're creating, like I said, it's going to be this whole cascade or this domino effect just because of what this other person doing. And actually, that other person still got control over you because you can't be happy in this other situation. So if you can't go into the situation and give a person a fair chance, then you probably need to sit your ass down.
Okay. I mean, I feel you when it comes to being specific about this person that maybe you just dogging wrong. But don't everybody do that though to a degree? Like, shit.
No, I think it's a lot of most like people don't understand there's so many different levels of maturity. Like you may not be the best with money. You may not be the best with your emotions. You may not be the best with parenting, all these things like this. And I just think emotional maturity is something that we all take for granted.
I got you.
Because I can tell you this, I pop off quick on you. And that's why it's some things I need to grow on in some ways. And I do know that. So, but what I'm saying is with that part of my life, I think I do. I'm a little bit slower because as Lenny and Rico, you found me in 2012. I'll really take it out with you or with myself or anybody else at any given time. But at the same time, so I just been learned to quick to react to a situation
Yeah.
and then go from there. Am I all the way there yet? Nah. But at the
That's
same
that
time,
mobile shit,
like I
bro.
told you, like I genuinely believe don't hold one man to the man standard. Just because Lenny burned me don't mean I'm gonna say fuck Trail and Lenny.
I know.
Lenny did that
I
shit.
know this Port City shit, baby.
You know
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying? Fuck that nigga, cuz we already know that nigga, cuz. Shit.
No, all I'm saying is, like, I think people do that, and it's because they don't know that, hey, man, sit still for a second, but don't carry that negative shit over to the next situation because energy is literally transferred one object to the next.
I got you.
So do you think a lot of people move on to the next relationship real quick or
I
faster
think
than they
so.
should?
Huh?
So what ends up happening in that situation is that people, you know, when you're hurt, you're a lot of people are also vulnerable, right? And so there's a void in their life where there used to be someone, some person, somebody was talking to them every day, somebody was holding them every day, somebody was giving them emotional security and all this kind of shit like that. So then when the next man or woman wink their eye at them or smile at them and have a little bit of conversation with them, it automatically feels warm and it's starting to fill that void. You know what I'm saying? And so you get wrapped up in the next person quicker than you probably was into the person that just left you or that you just broke up with a lot of times with people. But it's just from needing something to make you feel warm in that hurt.
But yeah, because you know how dudes, like, you know, they always say after we go through a situation, what we want to do is just get out there and get under something, you know what I'm saying? Or get in something, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
women may take a different route, like, in the
You hear
sense of
women
what do
say the
you go
same
about,
thing, man.
huh?
You hear women say the same thing. The little saying, the best way to get over a man is to get under another. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so
So,
and honestly, and they may work, but at the end, they don't. That's like alcohol or drugs or something like that. That's a temporary, fix. That shit don't numb the pain for a second, but you're gonna be right back in that situation when that nut go away.
yeah, post nut clarity is a motherfucker, man. All right, man. Well, listen, I'm gonna go ahead.
It's
I
called what?
said post nut clarity, bro. Like after you bust that nut, man, that's no post nut clarity is real, bro. Like when you bust that nut, like the moment you bust it, like it seems like the veil is lifted from in front of your eyes, and the real reality
Nah, that's
is
funny.
right there in front of
That
you.
shit
Hey,
so
that shit's so
that shit so
profound to me,
true.
man. What the fuck?
That shit. Look,
That shit's so profound.
I swear to was so many situations where I'm like, shit coming over. I'm like, man, ooh, this big old spin. I'm put that whole all night. It's going down. As soon as I hit that first time, damn, I want her to leave.
Right. I'm telling you, bro, like you didn't really like this girl, bro. You just really wanted to get what you needed to get, man.
Yeah.
Like that post nut clarity is real, bro. Like that shit is it's a finite moment, like right after you nut, and
That's a
you
gem,
really
man.
just like finally just like that'll
That's a
let you know
gem,
if you're
man.
ready for this bitch to leave, she was nah, bro. You don't fuck with her, bro. If you're ready for her to leave or get away from her instantly in that post nut moment, or dog, you get disgusted by this bitch afterwards. Something about her, like everything about her bothers you after the net. Like that shit didn't bother you before the net. Like nigga, you didn't really fuck with her for real. You wasn't really rocking with this girl like that, man.
Hey, that's
You
just
was
like.
just trying to go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying you was just trying to get that nut, man. Like you ain't really rock with her like that, man. If you nutting like maybe like I'm telling you, bro, that shit is quick, bro. If you
Post
nutting
nut
you
clarity.
after you had that nut and you look at her like you ain't even took a shower, you ain't got nothing to eat yet, and your first words really is like wanting to say, man, so what you about to do?
Hey, but that's real because that's what I think Trill posted something today. They was saying like if you take sex out of a relationship in the beginning,
That's the
the
topic I
very
want.
beginning stages, it allows you to see if you can do you really like this person? Can you tolerate them? And you do all this stuff like that. But I also added a caveat to it. Also gifts and money. If you take all that out at one time and just really just hang with a person, you'll figure out if you fuck with
If
them or
you
not.
got anything in common, like just all that shit. If you have to hang with them, but you have to take the sex out of it. You have to take the finances out of it or whatever gifts. You'll
finances.
figure out who really for you, who you really like, and who really don't like you real quick.
Yeah, man. I mean, you'll find out because during those times, like you're gonna reach out to the person that you really fuck with. Like real talk, when you really down and out or when you really having issues, you're gonna reach out to the person.
I know one man that I know I would have never ever probably got in a relationship with, but I would have always smashed if I ever got the chance. I only got a chance to do it once. You know who I'm talking about. Because you got a chance to do it way more than me. You got a chance to do it way more than me. I want to throw that out there. And would never went with it, but
I look like True reminiscent. Look at him. He reminiscent.
I ain't like this. I would never went with it, but boy,
he's reminiscent,
bro.
Hey man, listen, post-nut clarity is real, bro.
That motherfucker did a fatality, flawless victory on my ass. Like
flawless victory.
I'm really about to go stupid, and
oh gosh,
I was never minute 2022. You know that one where you instantly start coming? You slide off. Man, I'm about to kill this. Ooh shit.
Hold up.
Hold on.
This ain't gonna last as long as I thought it would.
Let me eat that pussy.
Yeah, man.
Nah, girl, let me eat that pussy a little bit, girl. Nah, I know I'm finna keep fucking. I gotta eat that pussy a little bit. Damn, I'm there now already. And damn, we still record. Well,
yeah, we are.
Take it that trail, baby.
Take it that trail. Take it that trail, man.
You know, I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, man. Like, what was the worst post-nut clarity moment y'all have ever had?
That was it for me. That was it for me.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
But now that we talking about it, you ain't never had that busting nut.
I like the girl.
Oh man,
I like the girl, bro. I liked her. I know I liked her. I liked her.
I'm about to say no positive.
Nah, I liked her. We had kicked it before without the fucking. I liked her. Soon as I fucked,
you was like,
damn, I was just tolerating. You ain't had nothing coming.
Right.
Like, yeah. Like, I want her to spend a night. As soon as I nut, I really want her to leave. And I'm just trying to figure out ways where she'll leave. You know, I wasn't emotionally, tired. And I was young, man.
I like to feel that I'm a well-rounded individual. I like to think that, even though I might not be. So I feel like I dibble and dabble.
But, you know, you probably will want.
Like I said, I like to dibble dabble in like different things. I like Dragon Ball Z. I like Marvel. I like X-Men and DC little Batman. I like Avatar. Shit like that.
I don't like Avatar. You a hoe. Avatar. You a hoe.
But okay, I'll accept that. But I'm saying I like to dibble dabble in all different types of movies and stuff like that, right? The worst one for me, man. I just remember we watched the movie, and during the movie, I made my move, and then like post-nut clarity sunk in right after, and I was I don't even like this fucking movie. Like, I don't like this movie. I don't care for her. I've been watching some dumb shit since I've been around this bitch. Like, it was like, no, the clarity set in so quick, and it was just like, damn, bro, like, why did I not see this before? And then, like, that post-nut clarity, you got to remember that moment because it's going to keep coming back to you. Like, it was like, when you leave, you exit this situation, like, okay, yeah, I probably ain't going to do that again. But then, like, you see her again, you're like, it wasn't that bad. Yeah. And you go back again, the post-nut clarity hits you again, like, nigga, I told you one time, this ain't the one. And, like, yeah, bro.
I got a side question. And y'all tell me if this wasn't it for y'all, but I don't know if there's so many women like this for me. But was the fucking movie for y'all a lot of times The Notebook?
No.
So many girls like The Notebook, bro. Like, I used to be so.
They did, but I hated the movie.
I was so tired of that movie. I'm like, fuck,
I remember you telling me you watched that movie a lot.
Nah, I mean, shit, hell, my girl right now love Notebook, but like I'm just talking about over my course of life. So many girls like Notebook. And if you watch Notebook one time as a man, it's a good movie. Can't watch it no more. But
that's enough.
I just
That's
remember
enough.
going through the look. I just remember going through the movie and like, all right, I gotta wait 5 to 10 minutes before I can make a move. I can't see like I'm just trying to just go straight into the pussy.
Basketball was the Black Notebook.
Hey, that's probably second for me. It might be right.
So here's the problem with Love and Basketball.
Might be even for me, but that Notebook, I just remember that because I used to be so tired of it. Yeah.
But the problem with Love and Basketball is I like Love and Basketball, the movie, though. Like, I might get caught up in the movie and forget to make a bust a move, you know? They playing one-on-one at the end, and I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot.
When they come home after that prom, you know to make that move.
After prom? Is it after prom or is it when they playing one-on-one?
After the prom.
After prom or homecoming or wherever
when that music come on. When that music hit.
Okay. Hey, I was saying either after prom or when they playing one-on-one in the dorm room. Either or, one of them areas you're gonna be.
Because the goal, when you get older, you realize as soon as you do it, you make your move and you realize like, damn, this was a good movie watching. As soon as you're done, you can just rewind that motherfucker. Just start from where you left off. Like, you know? Just saying.
All right, listen. Post-nut clarity definitely wasn't the topic for this half, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and move into the last topic of the day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is what we finna do, man. I got something that I'm fixing to play here for us. I saved this this audio clip as "fuck them kids." So let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and play this audio clip real quick, and yeah, it's called "fuck them kids." Here we go.
I mean, so basically, this dude has 7 kids by 7 different women, and he does not take care of any of them. He don't see or take care of any of them. And his justification for why he does not do this is because he said he told each of those women that he didn't want kids, and he didn't want to have a kid with them, and he offered to give them an abortion, or he offered, if it was immediately after sex, he offered to give them a Plan B pill. And so he feels like since they went ahead and made that decision to have that child, even though he told them where his stance was, he should not be obligated to take care of those kids. And he's just fucking out of 5,000 on all of these kids' lives. And so I would say the question is a man absolved to taking care of kids if he tells a woman he didn't want them? You know what I'm saying? Beforehand?
Yeah, because he said, it's your body, it's your choice. But it's my life. You know what I mean?
If it's a woman,
yeah.
If it's a woman, you know, you're looking at it from standpoint when they tell you like it's her body. That's the exact one you were saying, Courtney. If it's my body,
that's exactly what he said.
It's my body, it's my choice. And we have to, as a man, we have to respect that decision. So when we say this ahead of time, we have all these different options ahead of time. And then you make that decision to go against what I'm saying, and I'm adamant about it. But you make that decision anyway. You know, I think there's like some level of compassion that should be had. But any man that don't take care of their kids, my nigga, is a bum. And if you have means to take care of your children and you don't, that you a bum. I just understand some of the thinking process, but once again, the hard bottom line is, you know, I don't think motherfuckers should be absolved. I mean, it is what it is, because at the end of the day, you still made a decision. You still laid there. There was a chance that a baby can happen. There's a chance that woman can say, I'm gonna keep my child regardless of what you tell me to. And you fuck regardless. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So once again, if you don't take care of your children and you have the means to take care of your children, you a bum. If you don't have money, you should at least try to be somewhat there in their life if the woman allows you, because you got niggas who fight for their children every day and can't see them and they got to pay all this money. Then you got these bum-ass niggas who ain't got to pay shit, but that the baby mom be doing their best to get the man to see their child and shit, and they throw it off and brush it off like it's nothing because they eat whatever. But they the bum-ass niggas who, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say that's bum behavior, bro. Shit, that's bum behavior.
So, like I said, he's got this young man that has 7 kids by 7 different women, and he said, "Man, I told each and every last one of them I do not want kids before we interacted." He said, "Now we both was irresponsible having unprotected sex, but at the same time, I offered to pay for the abortion for all of them. So at the point you make the decision to have the kid, then okay, that's your kid. That ain't mine. I'm not taking care of it." And I'm like, that was advocate. As a woman, why would you want to have a kid by this nigga if he telling you this shit, man? Like, why would you? Or if you have the kid, why would you be trying to chase him around to find out to get child support, chase him around to have him in the kid's life? Like he told you beforehand, before you even started dealing with him to that degree. He said he told every last one of them beforehand, like, listen, I ain't looking for no kid, but we could have this raw sex though. Like why would you even like, okay, I'm gonna have this nigga baby. What? Like, come on, man. Like that's gotta. I'm looking at it.
You can say all you
okay.
want. You can say all you want, but if you fuck raw, if you pull the rubber off at any time, shit like that, you done had 7 babies. That rubber didn't slip off 7 times. Well,
no, he said it. He said on there, he's like, man, now I've been irresponsible.
No.
For having kids.
So that was the point I'm making too. So I got you. He said he already said that he was irresponsible. He wasn't using protection. So you didn't want to not have kids that bad.
He said it's on both of them. He said I ain't never. I mean, based on the video, he was like, it wasn't no surprise that I was going in unprotected. She understood too. So it's
but the point here is, how many women got to go through with this before you realize you ain't got no say so in this? And then like at some point, if you don't want these kids, then
the point that I would make.
So I'm with you. He used like, rubber every time.
He said he was not using the rubber. That's what he said.
He said he did not use the rubber.
Yes, he said they were being irresponsible and they weren't having protected sex or whatever. And he gets that. He understands that. But he still, since he offered to pay for these abortions, he feels like he don't have to take care of these kids. But, you know, to answer Lenny's question or why a woman would go through with this is just because, again, if the woman, I've said this on the previous episode that we had, men are 100% responsible for all pregnancies, all of them, across the goddamn board. I don't give a fuck if she let him go in there raw or not. He knew when he was coming, he could have got out. He also had the decision to not go in there raw. It's a bunch of ways where this shit is going to always be on the man. But for the woman, even if she wasn't planning to be pregnant, if the way her moral system is set up, that she's not going to have an abortion, then it just is what it is. It don't matter who the motherfucking candidate was, who the culprit was. I don't want to have an abortion. You know what I'm saying? Which, again, that's her right, and she can make that decision. It ain't really got nothing to do with it. I just want to have a baby by this nigga, or I don't want to have a baby by this nigga. I don't want to have an abortion. You know what I'm saying? And it can honestly just be that simple. Taking the nigga out of the equation at all. So then when it comes to the kid coming into the world, as the man, again, you knew the possibilities and outcomes of having sex, especially unprotected. You knew that a baby could be had. So for you to flee away from that responsibility, especially 7 different times, and then say some bullshit like, those are not my kids, those are her kids, because I told her not to have them. That's not how this works. You know what I'm saying? Just because you told her not to have it, don't make it not your kid. It's just a kid you didn't want. That's all it is. Hell, people that are married have kids that they didn't plan for. You know what I'm saying? Does that mean it ain't they motherfucking kids?
Man, listen. This dude's life is over if they get this nigga subpoena. Like, it's over with because the courts don't give a fuck about nothing.
And see, I was going to go that route. I was going to say he's been able to dodge these women for all the time because he said this. You know, they've been trying and they can't, but they can't get a hold basically because there ain't nothing they can do. Now he has actually given the courts what they need to have suspicion to go get him subpoenaed. Because now they have proof that even he knows these are his kids. Or at least he suspects those might be his kids. So now that's it. Because before, a woman, she can say anybody might be the daddy. That don't give the court no right to subpoena nobody. But now he just said he the fucking
He incriminated himself.
Yes, he's a fucking idiot. And he deserves to be incriminated, though.
Yeah, they can take him down through there.
Because 7 kids, after the first, let's just give him, let's try to give this nigga some cover. Let's say it happened 2 times.
Nah, give him 3.
Give him 3 times.
Give him 3.
Let's give him 3. You can't accidentally have 4 more.
Absolutely not. You can slip on that 3rd.
You can't do this.
Well, it ain't no accident.
Slip on that 3rd.
He already. He already up here talking about like, nah, man, I know I'm not pulling out. This nigga know he ain't pulling out.
Just saying like, just basically just talking from a point of like, you can
He's not
fuck up
slipping
3
up.
times. Like that third, you can really fuck up on that third. And I just think once you get to 4, 5, 6, 7, come on, bro.
For me, like right now, bro. As a man, if you don't want kids at all, like you don't want them at all, but you don't want to wear condoms, you want to shoot the club up, nigga, just go get a vasectomy at this point, bro. Like you could have got that shit done off the jump, and then when chick come to you talking about it's yours,
they got man plan B.
Right.
They got
so this is the thing. He didn't actually say that he didn't want kids at all. He said he didn't want kids with those women. And he said he
wanted those women,
yeah. And he went on to say because some of these was like hoes. You ain't the type of woman that I want to be the mother of my kid, and blah 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 blah. This and that. But she's the type of woman that you busted a nut in and went in raw. What the fuck are you talking about?
That fool said that's what I was gonna actually go in. Is like
that's why I wanted the clip to play. Too bad I couldn't get it to play here for.
Yeah, so like, this nigga was just on pure fuck shit. He's a real retarded ass nigga.
But he made some solid points though. But he brings up a very valid point though at some point, and I don't know how this would work with legality because there's more of a more compass type thing is in the situation. Well, neither one of them are trying not to have a baby because they both consented to have
unprotected
sex without contraceptives, and then there's no birth control already in the situation. But and he offers out to say that he doesn't want to have the baby, and she says, "Hey, it's my body, it's my choice." To some extent, and he's saying it's my life in this whole situation. So I just don't understand though. Like I can understand them want some level of child support, but as far as actually having him involved with their child would be crazy because this nigga called them jump offs and did all this stuff like this and say that women should be more careful of what type of men they sleep with and all this stuff like that. And then that's what Rico was saying. Like, if they're a jump off and you're a raw dog and a jump off, what that tells me about you?
He's a reckless nigga to end up with 7 baby mamas. That's exactly what it tells you about him. He's a no good for nothing nigga, man. Like I mean, anybody that would leave 7 kids out to dry with no fatherly influence and no money because he ain't even giving these women no money, no kind of support whatsoever. Not forget the woman, fuck the woman. The child is who you need to be looking at right now. The child is who you taking care of. You talking about you ain't the type of woman I want to have kids with. That's fine. She's the type of woman you had kids with though.
You can accidentally get the freak pregnant. It's fruit.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So now you got to step up to the table and do what you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get, it's his life. And he decided he didn't want these kids. She decided that he was going to have them anyway. So he's like, oh, I'm going to get back at you by not being involved in the kid life because I told you I didn't want to.
Is it going to be any point in society where, like I said, that if these adults, because law already said it was more pro-life than pro-choice as it is. So we already know that. Is there ever going to be a point where they get to a certain level and the man do have control over his own life and say, hey, I provided an option for you to not have the child. And that kind of absolve him of the situation. You think it'll ever get to that point?
I don't think they'll never.
I don't think so either.
It'll never get to that point because you know how much the courts are still making money off of child support. So they're still making money off of child support cases.
And remember, just know so many situations where you know for a fact yourself and your friends, all y'all niggas, do for your children and who you have you don't have your child's mother. None of y'all in relationship with your child's mother at this point, except for Rico, but I'm talking about his older son and you know what I'm saying, guys. But but y'all go through hell and high water for y'all children. You pay what the courts tell you to pay, but you do even more when you're with your child. Why? Because you care what you're going to do for your child regardless. If the court said you have to pay for every cent of whatever the child has to have done in their daily life, y'all would do it. And it is what it is. Still do the things outside of that you still do because it's your child, you love them, blah, blah, blah. But think about those situations. I mean, I know y'all got some niggas y'all may not be friends now with, or whatever the situation may be, that niggas, for whatever reason, they get over. You know, they got the baby mama who won't take them through hell through court. And they may love their child and all, but they don't show it like they should. They don't do the same type of things. Like, they go on about their business. They know the child good because they know his mama taking care of it. I throw you a couple of dollars here and there when I can, but they can run off and do whatever they want to. I'm talking them niggas who just not the father figure who, for the example that I see. I see great father figures out of y'all. So I'm just talking about that. I see those situations so much from the ones that they pockets not getting hit. Niggas working their ass off, but being great fathers, they pockets get hit like a motherfucker. That's something that's always bothered me because I've just been able to see it through y'all niggas. And I ain't trying to tell nobody business. I apologize. I'm just trying to say that I've seen so many different examples of when good niggas, good fathers go through hell, when the relationship between the mother and the father and the child should be seamless. It should always be about the child. Some level of respect. We ain't got to go through hell and high water. This child will be taken care of forever. That type of situation. If we have those, and this, every woman's not to blame and all that, but I'm not saying that, but we have those type of understandings from some of these ladies, and in that regard, like, yo, it's some good ones out here who's really going through hell and high water. So why are you adding fire to the flame? So that's always been, like I said, something that I was always bothered by. I got a chance to see it, which is why, I've always pulled out because of y'all. I don't want to go through the shit y'all go through.
Yeah. Fuck you. Me personally, man, all of them baby mamas, you know what I'm saying, they should get together and get the kids and just drop them off. Nah, I don't do that. Because the way this nigga set up, he gonna leave them kids outside.
He gonna leave their ass outside.
He gonna do something to them kids.
Yeah, he might do something to them kids. He might get rid of them, and that's not the good way.
That's gonna get kids.
But nah, man, like, I mean, the kid, for me, man, the kids here. Hey, bro, that ain't how the courts look at it, man. I just Googled while we were sitting here waiting. Like, was there a way he could sign away his rights to the kid and avoid really any
only if the woman is okay with him doing it?
Nah, based on what I'm reading, that don't even work. So you cannot sporadically terminate your parental rights simply because you don't want to. So, or for any reason for that matter, a child has the right to the benefit of both parents. Therefore, the judge will not simply grant one parent to opt out without reason. And there is no reason that he will opt out based on what I just Googled. It's just me Googling the information. So, like, no, I don't know a court that's gonna let you just opt out. Like, nah, bro, I don't want to be that. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Sign over your rights or something like that. That ain't true.
So we heard.
I feel like I've heard situations where women basically will use a dude that they know as, like, let's just say a sperm donor. Like, say I'm really good friends with, I don't know, random name.
That's a contract beforehand, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's like you donating sperm. This ain't a situation where he donated sperm. He laid down and fucked these women. Like, a sperm donor situation is different. Like, there's paperwork that kind of like alleviates you from that. You know what I'm saying? If you're a sperm donor doesn't mean intercourse. So at the point you have intercourse with that person, that takes all the sperm donor signing the rights away situation.
Yeah, so I mean, it's probably the same bullshit, but I'm saying I know of the situations where he's a sperm donor, but he also hit it in order for them to get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a situation where he just went and netted in a cup. It was just, hey, you come over and knock down, we're trying to get pregnant, because sometimes it'd be a situation where it's two women, but they what I guess the word here, we still lesbian. They're lesbians. They want a baby. They find a dude that's cool with doing it for them or whatever like that. He knock it down, get one of them pregnant, and then he sign away his rights.
They can still come with child support from him.
Bro, that's crazy shit.
I'm telling you right now, there's a situation. I'm gonna find the link and I'm gonna send it to the group. There was a situation like that where he did that for the lesbian couple. He still smashed one of the chicks in the couple. They got a divorce, and the woman who had the baby brought him to court for child support, and she was granted child support.
Damn.
Like I'm guaranteeing you, if you're the father of that child and you didn't go through the regular sperm donor bank, like you can still be held responsible for that child, man. Like I'm telling you right now, like I promise you, when I find the link, I'm gonna send it to y'all, man.
The one that gets me though, when it be like the stud that get pregnant, like what about the one that's more so feminine, not the one that get?
Well, the brat's pregnant now.
I mean, no, I know it's a thing. It's just something I always thought, like, why? Like, well, I see you and not the other one, but I'll just.
Well, the brat got, in their situation, her wife already had 3 kids or 2, and she already had children. The brat has never carried a child, so
I wish I could.
She didn't really want to carry
the brat was so bad when she was.
When she dressed up, that video she did with Tyrese, what you want, whole lot of, you know what I'm saying? That shit.
She had cowboy hat.
Yeah, that video.
Cowboy hat on the bikini.
Yeah.
Boy, I was like, why?
Yeah. Hey, listen, bro, the brat. Everybody looked at that video like, okay.
A nigga really was like, man, just one time, bro, I can turn you back. But whatever.
I'm pretty sure the brat got some dick around that time, and she said, you know what, this ain't for me.
I think she got some.
She probably said it wasn't for her.
She didn't get the right. That was good. She didn't get the right dick. That's what that was. Cause Lord no, I would stop by the gas station on the way, got me a Red Bull, got me about 2 of them gas station pills. Then made sure I got the rubber with the rib or whatever, so they can feel the little rib.
Do y'all remember Rough Rider condoms from the gas station?
I do not.
Oh man, y'all don't remember it was like a studded condom. It had like just these studs all around the condom. Like it was like, y'all ain't never heard of Rough Rider.
I might have seen it back then. I don't remember it now, but I might have seen it back then, possibly.
Oh man, goddamn it! Never mind, you never seen that shit. Nah, Rough Rider condoms, bro. Like that shit was available for 75 cents over the toilet at the gas station, where you put the quarters in and turn the little dial. All right, let me not talk about my gas station condom days, but that shit happened. It exists.
Nigga just came from my gas. Went to the gas station. Nigga go for real.
He just had a confession.
Hey man, listen, man, Rough Rider condoms, man.
Nigga got one.
I heard it in a rap song and I went for it. I don't even remember who said it. It could have been a nigga that was on Rough Riders at the time, but I don't know if it really was. But I heard it in a rap song. I said, you know what? I saw Rough Riders in the gas station. I'm gonna go get that shit.
This guy.
But back to 7 kids. We're not talking about me, man.
We gotta go back to it. We just talked about it.
How many more kids you think he gonna have before he really hang it up?
7. It depends on how big of a city he lives in. Honestly, I feel like this nigga ain't in no small town pulling this off. You know what I'm saying? Because at some point, if it was a small place, the women already know what type of nigga he is, and that he ain't shit nigga and ain't taking care of his kids and no shit like that. And so I feel like they would have already put a stop to this for him. You know what I'm saying? By not allowing him to go in raw and do whatever it is he need to do. But since the video is out there now, who knows? Maybe some women will be out in the club, bar, grocery store, wherever he meets his women at, and they'll recognize his face from the video and just be like, yeah, I can't fuck with this nigga because just in case some shit pop off, I'm gonna be a single mother out here. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't the move.
Yeah, well, there it is, man. All right, real quick before we get out of here, let's go full auto on this real quick. Trail, would you rather go vegan or no sex for a year?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Would you rather go vegan for a year or have no sex for a year?
Come on, cuz.
Make a decision real quick.
I shouldn't have to. I'm not giving up.
No.
I'm not giving up vagina.
So you can go vegan for a year?
I'm not. If I have to do one or the other, I'm not gonna give up vagina. Like it's amazing. You ever had pussy before? I need to know because that shit. You mean to tell me I just gotta go get some shit that's just the alternative? That's fine. I may not like it, but I know I'm a not like not getting no ass. Like I know that I'm a hate not getting no ass. Like, oh my goodness. You mean to tell me I can't get no ass? I can't beat my dick. Nothing. I'm just built up for a year, but I can eat what I want. Nah, I'm straight. Just give me the vegan. Give me a salad. Give me what the fuck you got. I eat that shit while I'm beating that pussy up. Believe that shit. Have me not getting no pussy.
Rico, no fedoras and no cigars.
No cigars.
He answered that pretty quick. That wasn't good enough.
Actually, that was quick for them two. I can't believe that nigga answered that motherfucker that fast.
He answered quick. Let's say no basketball, no fedoras.
No, his beard or the fedora.
I mean, the beard is just who I am. You know what I'm saying? It just grows out of me naturally like that. So nah, it can't go nowhere. Like, what are we talking about here?
So beard.
You can cut it off. You can keep it cut for a year.
Nah, I'm not. I'm saying I'm gonna.
That answered the question.
So it's the beard.
So
What the fuck are we talking about here, man?
Oh man, he said, what the fuck we talking about here? So all right, so basketball versus the fedora.
Basketball versus a fedora. Man, shit. Listen, that's actually very hard, to be honest. I ain't even bullshit. That's hard. I don't know, man.
About basketball.
Because so this is the thing. I feel like if I got rid of basketball, it would be a business decision. I could actually probably be more productive in my life. I wouldn't have that distraction going on. And I could get more sleep. I could be working on writing. I could be working on who knows what else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even have to be talking to you niggas about basketball because I could just say, hey, I don't even watch the shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So it would take away a huge distraction. It would actually probably be an upgrade to my life to get rid of the basketball. Whereas if I get rid of the fedoras, my drip going to be not what I want it to be. I'm trying to be out here looking fly in these streets, and I feel like the fedora just sets off a lot of the outfits. So, yeah, I'd probably get rid of basketball, man, as rough as it may be. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, because eating vegan, I'm losing weight, I'm eating healthy, and I'm exercising by having sex too. So it probably helped me that I'm having sex and having to eat vegan.
Courtney, no gym or no grooming for a year.
No
what?
You don't no grooming. You don't get to line up your beard. You don't get to like keep the head bald. None of that shit. Like, it just got to grow out whatever hair follicles you got left in your head.
What was the option?
What's the option?
The option was no gym, no going to the gym, or no grooming.
Oh, no gym. No gym.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah, no gym.
No
That's
gym.
easy. Nigga, I just go run outside.
Nah, it ain't no working out though.
No working out.
Ain't
like,
no working
none
out.
of that.
Ain't no working out. Look, you can always.
I'm gonna go out.
I know this nigga because he may have to change how he eat, but he can't have this fucked up.
I can't. I won't.
So that was too easy. Okay.
That was too easy.
Do either one of you have a better one for Courtney?
Oh shit!
See what
You
y'all? What
can't
that
throw a
tells me,
nigga
I'm
off
not
like that.
bound. Listen, I'm not bound by these worldly possessions. That's what y'all see. None of this.
No, no grilled cheese for a year. If you live by yourself, no grilled cheese for a year, no French fries.
I'm gonna say no grilled cheese and no Cheez-Its.
That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame.
There's no woman in the house to cook this shit for you, at all. You single. No grilled cheese or no Cheez-Its.
I'm gonna go grilled cheese.
I'm gonna go with no cheeses because grilled cheese is a lifesaver, man. Because it.
All right. So now that you said it, I was waiting on you to
lifesaver.
pick one. I was waiting on you to pick one. So no French fries or no grilled cheese, like Rico said.
No French.
Oh, nah, I already got rid of French fries.
No French fries. Yeah, all right, yeah.
Okay.
All right. I didn't have one for myself, so.
All right, Lenny.
I just had to empty the clip for y'all, man. I had to empty the clip for
Hold
y'all.
on, we got one more for you.
Oh,
Got
hold
one
on,
for
Lenny
you.
haven't asked you.
Huh?
I didn't have one.
I got one.
I didn't have one for myself, so it's on y'all for me. All
I
right,
got one for you.
Go ahead.
Oh, my bad.
I'm waiting on you.
I bet. All right, no pegging or no niggas.
Oh.
What the fuck did he just say?
Oh man.
This shit just got dark.
All right, we out, man. Cause take it home.
No guns or no shoes.
Shoes.
Shoes. I'm going with shoes.
No guns and no locks.
No locks. I cut my hair.
Nigga ain't giving them guns up, what? No guns and no head.
Hey man, fuck the guns.
You say that.
Fuck them guns, man. Hey nigga, I'm gonna be outside. Hey,
You snitch.
I'll be outside with a bow and arrow in my backyard getting practice.
No head, no shit.
Listen, man, this. What?
No head,
Nigga,
no
I'm
shit.
gonna pick the sex.
Huh?
No, I fuck the head. As long as I can still get some sex, I'll be alright.
Cool. Now I know niggas that might tell you.
Yeah.
There's some niggas that might say I'd rather have head than sex now.
That's
I don't know
true.
about that.
There's some niggas that rather have head than sex.
I don't know what kind of head them niggas have, but I kind of want.
Some niggas have had some amazing head.
That'll make you not ever want sex.
Who said not ever? We only talking from 1 year. Like
I'm saying that would make you choose.
Right.
That would make you choose.
Some amazing. Some amazing. I've heard stories where I was just like, I wish.
Well, listen, man, we're about to wrap this thing up, man. We're going to go ahead and go around the circle and see what y'all got to say to the people before we get up out of here, man. All right, who's going to go first?
Courtney,
What?
What?
you gotta say it to the people.
Stay black. Or white. Or whatever you are. Basically,
If you white, turn black. Yeah, if you white, become black. If you black, stay black.
Who you are. How about that?
I feel that, man. I don't really got nothing, man. Y'all keep y'all heads up. You know what I'm saying? Don't get beat the fuck up by this pollen in the springtime like I'm getting beat the fuck up by this pollen. You know what I'm saying? Just try to protect your neck. And
pussy. Ain't that what 21 Savage was saying? My bad.
Yeah, go buy the Diary of Adam and Eve. That's what y'all need to do to get your life right.
That part.
Oh man. Shout out to McConnell for getting my car ready. Finally got my car today, so it's been a long time.
Hey, my nigga back rolling,
I'm
baby.
back rolling. That's but getting ready for this 13-hour drive back to Florida soon, a couple of days, and not looking forward to it, but it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. So, but yeah, I'm out, man. Just wanted to, just like they said, man, keep your heads up, keep doing what you do. Don't let nobody get you down. If they do get you down, look up, because you got somebody that's gonna be with you and always be with you. That's all I got for you.
Okay, I'm reloaded. We out of here, man. This is your boy DJ Lenny, man. I'm gonna sign off the show for y'all today, man. Thank you for everybody who's watching online. Thank you for everybody that's listening from your cell phone or whatever you are tuning into the show on. It's all safety. We'll see y'all next week. I don't really have anything to say other than, man, go chicken sauce, man. I hope them young men pull this championship off. I know y'all made it to the chip last year. We lost in the championship. Y'all right back in it this year, man. Go ahead and bring that bitch home, man. We out this thing, man. It's all safety. Let's go.